What is going on, y'all? Matthew here, back with another video. So I know it's been a while since I did a talking video. Actually, the last talking video I did was the transformation video on that 1 yard idea. But just in terms of me talking like this kind of wise, it was my landscaping setup, like how much everything costs or whatever. So now today, we're gonna do a bit of a different video today. If I can get this thing to sit up in there, there we go. I've been aiming to buy me them tripod. I might buy one Monday, this coming up Monday, or probably before. Today we're gonna do a different video. Today we, oh yeah, my dog is back behind. If y'all can even see him, whatever. But today we're gonna be doing Echo versus Stihl and weed eaters. Another Echo and Stihl comparisons is going to be another video, but for my chainsaws. We're doing weeders today. We're doing blowers another time. I don't have a Stihl blower. We're doing Echo and Husqvarna for blowers. And then we're doing Stihl and Echo for chainsaws. So today we're comparing the Echo SRM 225 versus the Stihl FS 111. So let's get started with the Echo. Since I've been using Echo basically my whole entire life, basically my whole entire landscaping career, which is 13 years, right? Yeah, 13 years. This is a lightweight weed eater. It ain't good for a thick brush. It's good for like your yard. If you cut your own yard and that's it, it's good for that. It's good for, if you have like a landscape company and you do like every week or every 2 week kind of yards on a consistent basis. That's also good as well. Really light. The string that they tell you to use is 0.95. That's what we use anyway. It's 0.95. So really good string. And this head. And for those of y'all that don't know, and for those of y'all that don't, look at the head when y'all buy one. Either y'all buy a new head or y'all buy a weed eater. But these heads can spin right at 10,000 RPMs. So pretty fast head. It can, you can get through some thick stuff pretty quickly. It has a 2-stroke 21.2 cc engine, 2-stroke mixed gas, so 40-to-1 ratio. But we do 50-to-1 because it's more thinner, and we won't have to clean out our metal screens as often. So I might check them every now and then, but I don't have to check them I don't have to check them as often as I used to do when we was doing 40-to-1, because it was kind of like too thick or whatever of oil. So wonderful weed eater to work on, easy to fix. Everything is so easy to find. That's your spark plug, that's your filter. And here, if you take off this piece right here, it's your metal screen right here. Right here is your you got four screws right here to get to your throttle. Then you got your choke, you got your primer right there. So everything is really easy to get to. Real nice firm rubber handle, and a good fit for your weed in. So, and a very long. Oh yeah, this the main key. It is a very this weed is taller than me. I'm 5'8". So a very long drive shaft. So you ain't killing your back all the time. Very good weed eater. If I had to pick between for a very good lightweight, easy to fix weed eater between Echo and Stihl, I might have to go with Echo all day. Oh yeah, price. Depends on like the season that you're in. If you get a weed eater during the grass season, expect to pay around $300. Where I live at, expect to pay around $300 for a weed eater during the season. But during the off season, expect to pay around 190, 199, around that range, kind of tight. During the season, it's expensive, $300, like I said. But you're making $300 if you got good paying customers and good paying yards or whatever. The next is the Stihl FS 111. This is a little bit more powerful. This has 31.3, I think, not 31.4 cc engine. Y'all can look it up and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But I believe it's a 31.4 cc engine. It has the little stuff. It's a dumb yellow jacket right there. But anyway, it's a very powerful weed eater. Now this weed eater, if y'all looking for it to cut down some very thick brush, this the weed eater to go. This the weed eater. This the way to go. It can cut down stuff kind of. It got a very powerful engine, like I said, and just like the Stihl, it has a very long drive shaft, so you ain't bending your back and you ain't keep killing your back. And surprisingly, for as powerful this and for as powerful this chainsaw, this weed eater is, it's very lightweight. You can go about all day weed eating and you will not feel tired whatsoever because it is so lightweight. So most people think Stihl Equipment and Husqvarna, out of the three top most selling brands, Stihl, Echo, and Husqvarna is probably the heaviest piece of equipment that you can ever own. But Stihl and Echo are the two lightest. I would feel like Echo is the second heaviest and Stihl is the first lightest. So we got Husqvarna is the heaviest, Stihl is the second heaviest, and Echo is the second heaviest and Stihl is the third heaviest. So just put that into perspective of what kind of weed eater y'all should buy if y'all looking for heaviousness. But in terms of power, it's Stihl, Husqvarna, then Echo. And in terms of price, it's Stihl, Husqvarna, Echo. So, and then price, this weed eater will run you about $520. So a large gap. This will run you about $520. I don't know how much it is during the off season, but I know during the season it's around $550. So double of what that Echo costs. So But like I said, if you spend $550 on a weed eater, on a Stihl Weedeater, you'll get your money's worth. You get the power, you'll get, oh yeah, this is also a 2-stroke. And this actually requires you to have 50-to-1 ratio, so which is actually good, because we do our oil 50-to-1 ratio anyway for our Echo. So we don't gotta have 2 mixed jugs. We don't gotta have one 50-to-1 ratio and 40-to-1. We already do 50-to-1 anyway, so we don't gotta worry about all that. And so yeah, I mean, two amazing weed eaters that we own. For as small as they are, blessed to even have them, cause, I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy to even have one right now. And another thing I kind of do like, but not really, but I ain't show y'all this, but oh yeah. And another thing I do like about this Stihl is it has a massive gas tank on it. This gas tank is bigger than the one on the Echo. It's probably about double bigger than the Echo. But I would say this though: your primer's right here, your choker's right here, and that's about it. You really don't see your spark plug. I'm pretty sure you gotta take off this whole. That's one thing I do not like about the Stihl. You gotta take out this whole piece just to get to your spark plug, I think. So that's one thing I don't like about the Stihl, is you gotta take off the whole piece just to get your spark plug. With the Echo, it's already right there, so you can just take off the roller piece and boom, you got it right there. So that's gonna conclude this comparison between the Echo SRM 225 and the Stihl FS 111. Let me know down in the comments which weed eater that y'all like between these two, and then tell me y'all favorite weed eater to use, whether it be with our company or just in general. And yeah, so make sure you guys just like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the post notifications, so that way y'all will be notified whenever I upload the next 2 videos, which will be Echo chainsaw versus Stihl chainsaw, and Echo blower versus Husqvarna blower. And I feel like these two comparisons next will be very shocking because of just the size difference it is between these 4 machines. So hope you guys like it. Oh yeah, guys, like what y'all witnessed and learned for the new, landscapers. Obviously, if I had a recommendation for the new beginners in landscaping, the Echo SRM 225 is the best way to go in terms of price wise, because I wouldn't advise a new beginner landscaper to spend $600 on a weed eater. That's if you got a very big size yard that y'all do and y'all got multiple of them. But if y'all just doing like homes and stuff like that, the Echo SRM 225 is the best way to go price wise. Just my recommendation, because that's what we started out with. So yeah. But hope that, helped y'all, whatever. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, guys.